All right. Good morning, optimists. How is everyone doing out there today? All right. Been looking at the market, getting some bounces right now. I've actually taken a couple trades in the sim. Uh, Made around $1,000 in the sim, but took one trade in the eval and took an L on that one. Unfortunately, lost $158 in the eval today. Unfortunately, but that's okay. We really haven't taken that many trades, and I think I was just a little bit late on the move on the valuation one. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. It's kind of ranging off of yesterday's. Excuse me. Off of yesterday's range. Unfortunately, I gotta head out early, but it's okay. So you can kind of see if I drop this out to like a chart, see this is yesterday's range here. Um, so yesterday we ripped up to these highs uh, right before the stream started, and then it pulled back down, came for this very long ABCD pattern. Got this double bottom down here in around 12 o'clock, ripped back up to the highs of what they were right around 7 o'clock. And then you can see after we ripped up those highs, we kept it during the after hours, if you will, session, and kind of continued to decline a little bit. Came all the way back down to huh, all the way back down to what the lows were of yesterday, and we're bouncing off of that. And right now on the 5 minute chart, you can see that we've ripped all the way up past the volume and average price, and really just have been ripping for the last like 20 minutes or so, really the last 30 that we've just ripping. So it's definitely kind of like a rangy type situation where it's like coming up, hitting those highs from and then dropping down off those highs and coming back down to the bottom and flipping back up. So it's like we're really just coming through in and out of this range. So really, um, what I think that I'd like to see right now. So we took a little bit of a trade through here. I saw that right before the open, or right before the open of our stream, rather. We did just get a 5,200 moving average crossover on the 1 minute chart. See where we're at on the three. We're a ways from it on the 3 minute chart. On the 3 minute chart, we actually came up and sort of hit resistance at the 200 moving average. Now we'd be looking for support off this 200 moving average and continue moving upward. Where are we at on the CTM on three? We got 184973. 9, 9, 11, 7, and 9. Still continuing to stack on the CTM. You can see we're almost finding support there at the 200 moving average. So you may be able to play off of that. Pretty large 5 minute pullback, but on the 5 minute chart, we've gone from 4.7 to 6.9 to 9.4 to 10.7. So you can see actually the momentum kind of slowed down a little bit from 9.4 to 10.6. So 1.2 increase, still pretty good, but we are getting this 5 minute pullback. So I think our next move likely is going to be around. Well, we're about to have a new 5 minute candle here in the next 40 seconds. So what we'd want to see for this movement to continue upward is a green 5 minute candle, preferably one that hits a new high. Keep yawning today. Resistance at 37.40. Right there. And 15 seconds on this candle, on this 5 minute candle. And currently this 5 minute pullback here. Okay, new 5 minute candle for me. Let's see, 1, 2, three, four, five, 7 reds in a row. Pulled back almost to the view app. Join the bid here. We may actually take it up for a move higher, all the way up to the 37.40. Maybe not, because this almost looks like head and shoulders. So I think we'll stick with where we're at. In fact, I'll even bump it down a bit. So, hey, what's up, Tiny? Happy hump day. Glad to see you here. Oh, the music just stopped. It's like music in and out. Frustrating. Doesn't look like we got that bounce that we were looking for. Down 500 actually. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 9 straight red candles. I'm gonna cut it right there. Lost 687.50 on that on the in the sim. I don't know if I'll trade my eval. I already did one trade. I took a red trade on it. But I don't know if I'll trade it because I don't have a lot of time today. Oh, now it bounces. Let's jump back in on that 3-minute chart. Three-minute went from 13.6 to 14.7. Still running into resistance at that 2 moving average on the 3. I think our next really big move is going to be the 50 moving average crossing over this 200 moving average, which won't be for a while because just the length of divergence that they have is quite wild. Probably won't be like the top of the hour. If we get it at all, that is. 5-minute chart, looking close to like a 10-minute pullback, which makes perfect sense considering that you had 6 green 5-minute candles in a row, so 30 minutes of just green candles. So how's everyone doing out there? Is anyone taking any trades today? You guys red, green? You're beat from yesterday? Not super focused. Same, actually. Pretty tired today. To be completely honest. I'm pretty tired today. Not totally focused. Also, I've got some stuff to do kind of earlier on today. So, the heck was that sound? The heck was that sound? Yeah, that's freaking out because the sound sounds just like the sound that it sounds like when you fail your evaluation. And I'm like, I wasn't in any trades. It was some like dunk type sound. Nice. It's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Let's jump back into these charts. The sound legit freaked me out. Whatever that was. Continuing to pull back, actually think there's a high probability we'll pull back to potentially even all the way to the view app. We did just get the crossover here. You can see it right there on the indicators, and there's the continued pullback to the view app. Pretty heavy pullback, actually, pretty fast. 12 below, or sorry, 12 above the 9, and all of it below the 26. All of that is going to be pushing this downward. So for pressure, it may be. I think that we'll pull back to the view app. That's above 35 for about 3 bars. Now it's dropping. Yeah. Be looking for a bounce off the view app, which is currently doing a small one right now, but now we're going to look for that yellow candle on the 2TM. Now, with as much momentum as this had from here up to here, I do think that this pullback is good and healthy. Still within the Bollinger Band. I could see this switching over to yellow and then just ripping up from there. Obviously, it could just continue to drop. There's currently no pattern for me to base that off of. I'm basing that off of the previous momentum that we currently just saw. Bounce off the 50 and off the 200, or sorry, 50 and off the view app seem pretty reasonable trades. Momentum looking at 1.8, 3.6, 4.6, 5.6, and there's a bounce off the 50, a little bounce. Looking for a yellow candle now on the TTM. I think a yellow candle would give us a nice rip upwards. In fact, I'm going to switch my ticks for our next trade. Is the intention, but I'm going to wait until that yellow candle forms. We might not get it. It might just continue to fail. Continue to drop 50, but I actually think that we'll find support here. I could be wrong. A 1 minute chart, we did get this 5200 crossover. Where are we at on 3? 3, we're in the cooling down CTM. 35 still above 26. Get a 30 seconds on this candle. 5.7 to 6.5. So that's good because the gap is kind of narrowing on the momentum. So I can see this yellow candle forming pretty soon on that TTM. Nice bounce there. In resistance at that 35 EMA. Okay, it went from 5.7 to 6.1 to now 6.5. So this, you see the momentum to the downside is slowing down, and we're beginning to steam. take a bounce off that 35 if we can. Bid right here, and I'm anticipating. I'm taking this on faith, but I'm looking for the anticipation of the yellow candle. Let's see if I have learned this well enough to be able to predict the yellow candle ahead of time. I don't know. Going for 20 ticks as well. It's pretty fat trade, but just going for it. 3 seconds left in this candle. I'm looking for the next one to be yellow. Not quite there yet. 6.1, 6.6, 7.0. Now 6.9. Just wait for this to resolve. Hammer candle forming. Candle. 47. Okay. New candle now. Okay, so what we end here? We went 6.6 to 7. Now to 7. Like 2. So you see the momentum is closing. Like the gap is closing in that momentum there. There's a yellow candle. So we entered here for the anticipation of this one being the yellow candle. Didn't make that pullback, but that pullback held really well. And now we're kind of chopping in between the like a little bit momentum up, a little bit not. This candle here, where the yellow TTM is forming, would have been just as good of an entry point, and honestly, I think it would have been better because there would have been less risk than taking the anticipation breakout. 6.9 to 6.5. 6.4 now. Okay, so waiting for buyers to continue to step in, and I'd like to see a volume surge above this blue line here if we could, which is roughly 4,000 contracts. So I'd like to see if we could, like if it happens, like 5,000 to 7,000 contracts traded. So this 20 ticks at 5 contracts would be worth $1,250 if it plays out all the way. I'm basically looking for a run back up towards 35. I don't like that. So momentum on TTM went from 6.9 to 6.4 to 6.1, 6.2. So you can kind of feel that there's a little bit of momentum being lost here. This does still have 30 seconds, so there's still the opportunity for this to continue to go upward in the momentum category, but I don't like that pullback. Yeah, went back to red. Certainly had some good opportunities to get out, especially here on this candle. Doesn't look like it played out. See what happens. Did end yellow, so that's good, but 6.9 to 6.4 to 6.3 does not look good. Now went to 5.9, so Stepping back up with a little bit of momentum. What's up, SPAC? Glad to see you here, homie. Yeah, I totally agree, Tiny. It does seem like a fight between bulls and bears. Thanks so much, SPAC. I appreciate it. The good luck. It does seem like a fight between bulls and bears. You're not wrong. 6'4" to 6'3" to 5'9". I think that the cyan switch is really what we need to be trading right now in this current market. We traded these dip rips all last week and the week prior, and it was working out great. But we tried trading the dip rip yesterday, and it just didn't work as well. And that's that red yellow right here. Didn't work as well on this candle either, or on this trade either. And you can see it's struggling. So I actually think, we really look at it, I really think that I may be needing to trade the cyan switches. Where are we at here? So the three is still cooling. Five is also cooling. Gonna cut that one there. The loss shouldn't have got that big, honestly. That was kind of bad risk management on my part. And frankly, I should have got out here on this candle. I think taking that larger swing really was partially a mistake. But I think that the other part of the mistake was not getting out on this candle. And then additionally, I think that I actually need to be trading cyan switches, not the dip rip. Continue to pull back. Just gotta in between like red and yellow. I think you're totally right, Tiny. I do think that there's like a battle between the bulls and the bears right now, and that kind of has really sums up this week. This whole week just kind of seems like this big choppy battle between bulls and bears. We've had some like reasonable moves that were like, easy enough to play, but a lot of the moves have been this sort of like, like not resolving the way that we want them. Should I go short there? And I don't know. I just don't know if I'm reading the candles right today. Had a bit of a struggle yesterday too. All right, we did get the trade. It was 4 ticks to the downside for 1,250 in profit. Overall, our paper account has been bigger and bigger. So that at least tells us that we're doing something right. So we've added about, I think, a net total of close to $10,000 this month. So a couple losing days, not that big a deal, but that's 10K in the sim, by the way, just for clarity and transparency. The evaluations are a different story. Both those need a carrying hand at a little bit of a different week. Speaking of evaluations, by the way, guys, if you guys want to check check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are great. Right now, they're running a 65% off program, 65% off promo. Sorry, that can actually get this 50K evaluation for $57. You get a 10K evaluation for like $28. It's just ridiculous how cheap these are right now. Actually, what is that? 80 times 0.35. Yeah, so you would pay $28 for this 10K evaluation right here. They also are running the 100K evals on the fast tracks are only $50 right now. And you can see there's 25K for $45 or 100K for $50. So for $5 more, you can get a drawdown of $3,000. Profit target is $6,000. So I actually just picked up a 50K evaluation using this promo. You can use the link in the description. Promo code JSBEST. That's JSBEST. JSBEST. You can take 65% off anything you see here. You can actually get funding all the way up to $300,000. Why trade with your own money when you can trade with somebody else's money? They do have an 80-20 profit split. So what I really like about that is that that they are a solid company with a solid business model, because they're getting paid in the monthlies and they're taking a little bit of the profit split. So that they're going to be able to pay you. They also know that they're going to be able to continue to grow their business. You want that. You want that because you want to make sure that you're working with a company that has the capability of continuing to grow and doesn't have too slim of profit margins to where one little thing can knock them out. So yeah, guys, check them out. Link in the JS to get that 65% off for life discount. Just so you guys know, those are kind of rare discounts. They don't normally do them that heavily. A lot of times they're more like no discount or 20% off or 25% off. So 65% off is pretty special. So if you do want to take advantage of an evaluation, make sure you do it before that promo is gone. A little bounce off the 200 moving average. Joining the bid here, looking for a little pop up. Today honestly seems like I should be scalping. We cut that one. Lost 312.50. Our peak of the day was being up 1,000. Pretty much the beginning, like right before the stream even started, trading this rip here. So yeah, no worries. But yeah, guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down there. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, I've got to go early today. So 11, I appreciate you guys, and I want to say thank you for showing up. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll see you guys here tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10 market time. All right, optimist. Peace. See you then.